In this video, I give you tingles and I ask 10 ChatGPT questions. I think, yeah, 10 or so. And let's see how ChatGPT responds. ChatGPT, okay. I'm gonna start with this question. I have a list of questions I'm going to ask, and I'm going to ask this first one. Let's start with something really silly. How to safely open an umbrella. Let's see how it responds. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's start reading this. Okay, so look how this respond. So opening an umbrella safely is important to prevent accidents or damage to the umbrella itself. Here are the steps to safely open an umbrella. Okay, I am reading this answer, by the way. Okay, number 1, choose a suitable location. Okay, doesn't matter, find a clear and open area where you have enough space to fully extend the umbrella without hitting objects, people, or overhead obstacles. Okay, so number one is basically finding an open area. Check if it's windy. Okay, yes, check the wind conditions. If it's very windy, wait till it's calmed down or something. Yeah, and they said not to open if it's windy, or else it's gonna be hard to control. Okay, hold the handle. Okay, grab the handle of the umbrella firmly but not too tightly. Yes, release the strap or fastener. Yeah, different types of questions. And then I extend the umbrella. Slowly, steadily push or pull the mechanism that extends the umbrella's canopy. Okay. Most umbrellas use a button, slide, or push up, whatever, and then ensure the canopy is fully open with all the ribs. And then I maintain the control. And then I adjust the rein. Securely hold the handle and close the umbrella once you're done. Basically, that's the answer. And then they said that remember that opening an umbrella should be done with care and consideration and safety, and the safety of others around you. Be mindful of your environment, okay? And the weather conditions. And avoid accidents, okay? Pretty good answer on how to safely open an umbrella. Thank you. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to cross this off the list. Let's try something else. Let's do a coding related question. Let's start with coding question, how to compare null and undefined in JavaScript. Okay, based on what? If you don't know what ChatGPT is, you could ask how to solve coding problems, and it writes code for you. But normally, you don't rely too much on this if you're actually making software. Okay. Okay. Let's see this one. Okay. Null and undefined are two distinct values. Okay. Equality operator. Type cohesion. Okay. Can types that attempts to convert the values to a common type before making the comparison. Okay. If I compare null and undefined with loose equality, it's converted. It's still equal. Okay. If I use a strict equality, it does not perform type cohesion, and because of that, it becomes false. Alright, because it does not convert. And then I do a type of, if I try this, okay. type of null, it becomes an object. And then if I do undefined, it becomes undefined. It just returns the string. But this means this, and null is like an object that does not exist. Okay. Alright. And then I see the double question marks. Alright. Basically check, it's like a null, I think. Value of null, if it's null or undefined. So like it checks for if it's null or undefined, which is like nullish. Alright. My value, it's null, and then if it's null, I put default value, and then that's default. Okay. I've not seen this actually. Alright. Okay. I could just do this if it's strictly null, I handle null, undefined, or else handle other case, whatever. Okay. It's alright, it's a good answer. Let's try this somewhat. Thank you for telling me null and undefined differences. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cross this off this list. Alright. I'm gonna ask another question. Alright. If I remember, I've done a zodiac sign calculator in Java a long time ago, and I'm going to try to ask a question on code me a zodiac sign calculator in Java. Okay. Alright, this feels like a very similar like app, but if I remember, the code I wrote is not as efficient. If I check the code on my old YouTube video, it basically does a lot of equals, a lot of if and else. Like I check for if it's like December 1st to December 22nd or something, and then for November or something. So like I'll say, if I remember I did this app, if I remember, like if I check for Sagittarius, I check if it's between November 22nd and November 30th, or if it's December 1st to December 21st, it's Sagittarius. And then I do this for every other month, or for every other zodiac sign. Alright. They do a date range. And then they get the key in this hash map. Whoops. In this hash map. It makes sense. And then this zodiac sign basically checks the key, the entry in the key, and returns whatever value of the hash map, I guess. Alright. This is much better than my old code. I'm gonna try something else. Cross this off this list. I'm gonna do something else. Ask another question. Let's move away from programming. I'm gonna try to ask something else. How to see a solar eclipse. Okay, so while it generates, I'm gonna start reading. Okay, they say that I have to be safe, and it's beautiful to look at the eclipse. Just have to be really safe. And then some safety things I could do: solar eclipse glasses. I don't trust these, so I'm gonna just skip that. I could do this pinhole projection. Okay, I could make a pinhole projector. Okay, which is I take a piece of cardboard and poke a small hole using a pin or nail, stand with the back of the sun, hold the cardboard with a pinhole above a piece of white paper, and then it'll project an image. I actually tried this, but in another event. Okay, solar filters. I don't have a telescope, so I'm going to clip that, skip that. Live streams. I'd rather see it in real time or something else. I could do these other two things. And then some no-brainer safety precautions. Don't look at the sun, or don't look at, let alone not look at through binoculars or telescopes. Alright. I'm planning to see a solar eclipse next April, because there's a solar eclipse that actually is going to pass in 2024 in April, and actually passes through my area. Okay. Pretty cool question, pretty cool answer. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna cross this off the list. Yeah. I'm gonna do some, let's go back to some JavaScript. I'm gonna now try and ask a question. How to make a simple promise in JavaScript. Not really a promise that like I promise you to do X or Y, but like a promise object in JavaScript. Okay. A promise, alright. I can create a simple promise using a promise constructor. And then it represents a value that may not be available yet. Okay? It may not be available yet, but will be resolved or rejected at some point in the future. Okay. So I make a promise, resolve or reject. Okay. Fetching data, timeout, etc. Simulate success. If I success, I'll resolve the promise, and then I reject a promise, and then I use a promise, and then whoops, oh no, I lost it. Okay, here, okay. Okay. So I make a promise, and then if the result, I do this, and then if a rejected promise, I do this code. Okay. Okay, basically how it works. So I use a .then to handle a result. Okay, to specify callback function that will be executed if it's resolved, and the .catch will specify callback for when it's rejected. Okay. Right. Okay. By the way, if you're watching this and you don't know anything about like programming stuff, it's okay. As long as you get your tingles, I am happy. Okay. Okay, let's cross this off the list. I'm gonna ask another question, but it's related to HTML. Okay, difference between div and section. So a div is like I guess it's like some to divide, but without any semantic information. More like a container, but section is more like a semantic way of organizing a website. Let's see how it answers. Okay, div and section. Oh, why? There's two. Okay. Let's try this. Let's just go with the first one. Okay, div and section. HTML for organizing content on a web page, but different purposes. Okay. Div, generic container. Grouping and styling content does not convey any specific semantic meaning. Okay. It's used for styling. Okay. And then section is like thematic grouping or a distinct section of content. It is a semantic HT5 element. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty much okay with that. Okay. And layout, div is for layout, and then section is to convey meaning. Okay. Divs are not for hierarchy, but sections inherently imply a level of hierarchy. Okay. Okay. Sections are for semantics, divs are usually for styles. Okay. Alright. Pretty okay response for a refresher for HTML for me. Okay. And maybe tingles for you. Or maybe both. If you're into HTML. I'm gonna cross this off this list. Let's see which questions I need to ask. Forgot to cross this one either, because I forgot to. I already asked this, but it was the zodiac sign. Okay. Now I'm gonna do one more coding related question. Simple number counter in React. Okay, creating a simple number counter in React involves using state to keep track of a number and providing buttons to increment. And then here is the code that they give. Okay, a number counter and then a count, and then a increase and a decrease button. Okay. So if I click this increase button, I set the count to -1. For decrement, if I click this one, if I click this button and click decrement and click this one, I'm going to reduce the count by 1, and then this increment will increase this count by 1. Alright. And then I guess this is like the state. Yes, this is the state to store the state of the count, and then you start at 0. And then you can go up or down. You could even go negative, I guess, because there's no check. It's just easy. Alright. And then some basic stuff. You can pause the video to read it, but I'm not going to read through this because I want to move on to the next question. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cross this off this list. And then I think I got 3 more questions to ask. Alright, so let's ask a scary question. Okay. How to play the midnight game. And I think it's pretty much one of those made up rituals like Bloody Mary. But like I have remembered the midnight game of where you knock at a door 12 times, and at 12 is the 12th mocked. Okay. And then you have to survive till sometime in the dark against the midnight man. So I'm going to read to this. Okay, so the midnight game is a supernatural, paranormal ritual game that is often considered dangerous and should not be taken lightly. It's important, blah blah blah. Some warnings. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna really answer. Okay. I'm gonna move on from this, but I'm gonna move on from this because basically it's too scary. Okay. Cross this off this list. I'm gonna move on to a more soft and more fun than scary. So tell me a knock joke. Let's see. I'm gonna wait till it generates and let's see what it generates. Okay. Knock knock. Who's there? Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us in. It's cold. out here. Ah, okay, it's a pretty nice little knock knock joke. Alright, I really like it. I like it so much. Nice. Alright, more like ice. Okay. Hopefully this lettuce stays warm. Let us in. Okay, I get it. Alright, that's a pretty nice joke. Thank you, ChatGPT. Okay, I think I've answered almost everything, and I've got one more question to ask. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna ask how to be 24. Okay, to be 24 typically refers to being 24 years old. If I'm already 24 or approaching this, congrats. I've reached an exciting stage. And then basically some things. Let's see which ones are relevant to me. This one's one. Okay, this one's one. Another one. This one's pretty hard, but it's because of the time. Alright, this one's, I think I am complete, but maybe later on I might come back. This one I might need to learn this. This one is okay, but it's harder here. This one I am. This one is pretty hard. Adventure. Hopefully I find something else. Okay, self-discovery, planning, and then enjoy. Alright, okay. So basically I'm just being random here and asking random questions because, yes, because tomorrow is September 6th. And yep, so I'm satisfied with this answer. Okay, so yeah, I am going to end this video as I've asked 10 questions with ChatGPT if I think of based on my list. Wait, I think it's 10 or 11 because I put one extra one. So this is going to be at the end of this video. I hope you got in your ASMR tingles, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated. And so, if you're new to my channel, I make ASMR formatted videos for your tingles, and I cover topics from writing code with typing noises to explaining random stuff like the backrooms, and even videos like this one. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and peace out.